Hi Leo, this is going to be your reading for the 21st through the 27th of November. It's good primarily for Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus sign of Leo in tropical astrology. However, it could resonate anywhere where you have Leo in your tropical natal chart. Keep in mind, however, it's a general message. It's not a personal reading, so it might not resonate with everyone that watches. If it doesn't resonate, Leo, just try back next week, or also try watching readings for any other part of your natal chart on this channel. You could find some important messages that you need there as well. If you want to book a private reading with me, Leo, the link to my website is down in the description below this video. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Right now it's Soma Chandra Lion Gang. How are you guys? I hope last week was good for you. Let's take a look at what this week is going to look like for you. They really wanted me to strip it down and focus on oracle messages for you guys, but I did use some tarot as well. The oracle messages tell us what part of your charts are going to be activated and the overall general energy, emotions, and vibe that you're going to be in this week. Leo, I see a strong focus on a need to be your authentic self. Authentic self-expression is what's called for at this time. You will be driven this week by your instincts, and you'll be very focused on core values and survival. Your survival instincts are going to kick in pretty strong for some reason this week. Watch out for pride, though, or for letting your temper get the better of you. But at the same time, you may also need to fight for what you really want and what's most important. This may be a struggle with Scorpio coming out, as Scorpio can be secretive and possessive at times. Be mindful not to draw anyone in through passive-aggressive communication, only to have tempers flare later because you weren't clear about what you wanted. Be clear about who you are this week, and be clear about what you're willing to fight for. Because with Leo coming out and Scorpio and Mars is your physical energy, your drive and your strength and your fighting spirit. Mars is about your core values and your instincts and what does aggressively drive you. It's a very strong, forceful, concentrated energy. And here you are coming out, Leo. This is a very flamboyant energy. It's a very dramatic and proud and passionate energy. I think you guys will be dramatic and passionate this week. But we get Leo and Mars together. Again, watch out for the tempers flaring. It's important this week to focus on who you really are and what you're willing to fight for. It may be about your survival, but Scorpio is that intense energy. It's very magnetic, it's very charming, but it's also secretive and possessive. So make sure you're not being passive aggressive, and watch out for pride and your temper flaring this week. Also, someone may be doing this to you, and you understand your own energy. So watch out for passive aggressive, tempers flaring conversations this week. Don't let anybody lure you in just to piss you off, because they don't, it's like, I almost get the feeling that the person around you doesn't realize you're a fire sign. It's like, watch out for the blowtorch, people, especially if you're dealing with a Scorpio. Leo and Scorpio can go toe to toe. Wow. I think it'll be okay, though. For some of you, there could be some aggression this week. Also, with pig spirit coming out, use your mind wisely. Be careful with your decision-making process this week, though, Leo, because pig spirit did come in reverse. Be mindful of your thoughts. What are you putting your brain power towards this week? It might not be towards the right things. Be smart and think before you take action. Use your brain, use it wisely. Apparently pigs really can fly. Look at that. That's really cute. But at the bottom of this deck, I also have otter spirit. So your totems this week are pig and otter. Pigs are very smart animals. If you've ever met a pig, you know this. They're like smarter than dogs. They're very social too, but they get nervous quickly. That's because they get eaten a lot. So with otter spirit, you're never alone. Some of you guys might be feeling isolated right now and feeling unsupported. Reach out to people that you know, love, and support you. Spirit wants you to know that even if you're feeling alone, you never truly are alone. Spirit has your back, and you have a whole support team of heavenly helpers. And if there's anyone in your environment that can help you feel like you're not alone or isolated this week, reach out to them. Because in these feelings of being alone, you might start to think about things that are not constructive. Be mindful of your thoughts. Surround yourself with support this week if you can at this time. You have a strong 8th house activation. Interesting house. In astrology, we call that the house of death, sex, and taxes. So with Scorpio coming out, Scorpio rules the 8th house. This is about secrets sometimes. It's about death and regeneration. It can also be about sexual activity. as well. It's about shared assets and power. There may be a focus on finances, legacies, and wills this week. But I like how they put it in this deck. This is a house of transformation, but it's a house of karma. You're being asked to face your fears and think about the legacy that you're leaving behind, the legacy that was left behind to you and what you're leaving to other people. Transformation is called for at this time, and karma is a thing. You're gonna have to face your fears this week. It might be difficult because you feel unsupported, and I think you also are afraid to be open about what you really want. Believe in yourself. Let your fighting spirit and your Mars energy come out. Check your Mars placement and see what's in your 8th house. The strengths and weaknesses are going to be what you need to look at in those placements in your chart this week. Pisces and Mercury came out for you. So yes, karma, yes, facing your fears, thinking about the legacies and what needs to be burned off and transformed. Pisces is about intimacy and intuition and compassion. This will be a very dreamy, emotional week for you, a week of true intimacy between yourself and others. You will be tugged to listen to your intuition and be as compassionate as you possibly can. I find this to be opposing to the Leo and Mars energy. So I see kind of a sextile happening here for you. Also, Mercury is coming out. Check your Mercury placement. If you have Pisces in your chart, that's coming out this week, okay? Find a Pisces placement if you have that in your chart. And definitely check out your Mercury placement. That's how you travel through life and how you communicate and deliver and receive information. Think, learn, network, and communicate. It's really important to focus on those things this week, Leo. You're going to maybe do some networking and some communicating with others. You may communicate with a Pisces this week. They may talk to you about this transformation. Traveling and using your words is going to be important. This might be difficult for you. It may make you struggle to face what you truly deeply desire that you're secretive about. This will help you know who you really are, though, Leo, so don't fight that and let your emotions flow. In regards to relationship, the first card that came out was marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union and second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance, but warning is at the bottom of the deck. Don't dismiss the red flags. So with marriage, it doesn't necessarily need to be a marriage. It can be a very important merger that's happening for you in some way, a serious committed relationship of any kind that you're having. It could even have to do with work. So something is moving towards a more permanent sacred union in your life or perhaps close to you or around you. Someone wants a second chance. I feel like for some of you, this might not be you. For some of you, they keep telling me to tell you this might be a very close friend, family member, or one of your kids. Maybe they're struggling with a relationship. Maybe you've been on the outs with someone very important to you. The relationship might deserve a second chance, Leo, but there are red flags that you cannot ignore. Red flags don't necessarily mean walk away. It's like, hey, let's address this bullshit that's going on between us. You're going to need to do that if you want a relationship of any kind to have a second chance. But what Spirit has to say about this further is beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are the qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like in one another are also your own reflection. You have an opportunity in some really intimate relationships this week, Leo, to show each other the best of each other and the worst of each other. There's a strong possibility for projection and some weirdo communication. Think about this smart and communicate clearly, because karma is at play, facing fears is at play, what you leave behind permanently is at play. Watch for projection in relationships. Also, what they have to say is only time will tell, and trust. Transformation occurs through an acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. There might be something about a relationship where there's been a lot of projection, Leo, and you haven't been able to radically accept who you are in this relationship or who this person truly is in a relationship. If you want anything to change and you want there to be trust between the two of you, you have to accept who you really are in this situation and who they are. And as far as where it's going to go, only time will tell. They don't really know. Spirit's like, we don't know. We don't know. Only time will tell. It looks like you're feeling alone and you can't make smart decisions about the relationship. I think it's going to be a tough week to a degree. This week's going to be a challenge. I know it is, because in the tarot, the way you see yourself right now, Leo, is the Ten of Air, the Ten of Swords, the ending of a difficult situation. Now is the time to embrace change and expect things to get better. You may be recovering from something painful, crisis, loss, an addiction. You may see yourself in a place of pain or crisis at this time. This could even be a health issue. But the way you're feeling right now is the Two of Cups. Well, you really want to get up close and personal to someone else that cares about you. You're definitely open to emotional, one-on-one, heart-to-heart conversations. A relationship that continues to grow closer, a forgiveness possibly, and a positive resolution of conflict. So you're feeling pain right now, but you're not in so much pain that you're not willing to open up and talk to someone else that's important to you. It's going to be difficult for you, though, because your own card of strength came out. The Archangel Ariel is here for you. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments. It's a time of forgiveness and passion. I do see you kind of holding back because something hurts. You may be going through something difficult right now. You're ready to accept important emotional conversations, but you may hold back to a degree at this time. It will take you strength to move forward. Watch out for your pride and ego, but strength only comes when it's called for. So this may be difficult to go through this week. And you're going to need to be compassionate when facing others at this time. Someone in your environment that's very important to you. Balance came out. This is Temperance, Sagittarius energy, the Archangel Zadkiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Someone may be giving you the cold shoulder to a degree. Someone is reminding you of balance and moderation. They themselves may need to be patient and peaceful for a moment and determine the purpose of what they're doing moving forward. They will cooperate and compromise, but they're going to wait for perfect timing. They don't see themselves rushing around at this point. They want balance and moderation, but the way they're feeling right now is their ego is hella triggered. Archangel Jophiel is reminding this person that they might be overly focused on material things. They may be engaging in negative or fear-based thoughts, and they have a false sense of entrapment. So it's good that this person's going to stay calm and think about what they're doing for a minute. I think between the two of you, you might be holding back from one another a little bit. I mean, it's like you want to talk to this person, but something is hurting here. And I think it's difficult for you to be totally open about it. You can't think straight about it either. The communication will help. Think and learn. Be compassionate. Be open. Face your fears. It will help with this person in this situation. But their action towards you at this time is the Two of Swords. They're like crossing horns here with you. They're unable or unwilling to make a decision about something at this time. This person is in a bit of a stalemate. They might even be pretending there isn't a real problem. Now, this might be towards you or just towards life in general. This person needs a minute to get a hold of their negative fear-based thoughts and their ego and their sense of entrapment. They're trying to bring balance into their life. They're not ready to talk about something yet, and they may have a difficult time making decisions right now. But what's between the two of you is renewal. This is the crossroads. This is judgment. Review and reevaluate, a favorable assessment of life facts, and time to move in a new direction. The two of you are at a crossroads with each other, or whoever this is. This could be anyone important in your life. This could be work, family, romantic partner, what you do for a living even. It's time for you and this person or this situation to assess any favorable assets that you have. Like, what do you want to keep that's really important here? That's what the two of you need to review and evaluate. So it's a time of evaluation. It's a time of evaluation through something difficult and painful. And it's definitely time to think about moving in a new direction. Yeah, because the relationship deserves a second chance. But there are red flags that need to be focused on here at this point. Don't dismiss those. The Seven of Cups is also at the bottom of the deck. You have a complex decision to make. You need to do some research. Stop procrastinating. Somebody might be living in a fantasy land, or someone may be confused and overwhelmed. You have a lot of choices in front of you right now in regards to moving forward. I think it's going to be pretty emotional here with the Pisces energy coming out, because the Seven of Cups is Piscean too. It's very dreamy. Watch out for living in a fantasy. Don't procrastinate. Think about how you feel about things, but just know that the decisions you're making moving forward are complex. Let these secrets and this intense energy boil to the surface here. Scorpio in the 8th house wants you to face your fears. Think about who you really are, what you're thinking about, why you're feeling so alone, and why your survival instincts are kicking in. This might have to do with the relationship you're in. Only time will tell, Leo. Okay? All right, Leo, that's your reading for the 21st through the 27th. Hope it resonates. Hope it helps. You can always book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. The link to my website is down in the description below all of my YouTube videos. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Leo. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.